like standing on the router like this with one leg in the air to kind of like make everything work. So
we'll give people a few minutes to kind of filter in and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate you for showing up and all of that for this very impromptu, sudden seeming Mirthquake stream. In spite of what you're seeing right now in terms of pixelated chaos on your screen, we've actually had this stream planned for like 2 weeks. So there's that, and you wouldn't know it if you were hanging out with us for the last 20 minutes. Everybody's just like, it's like when somebody's having a baby, like somebody run and get hot water, like, and where's the guy? Like, everything's been just
towels.
Get some towels and some. I need pizza, something cold to drink.
Yeah, the firefighters walking around the background, nothing is happening.
Is that
bar? See bar.
Who?
That's my bar. So.
Oh, your bar. I'm like Bart, Barb. I didn't know what you were saying.
Bar is in drinks, drinkables, things to drink because I'm going to be drinking after this.
That's right.
So.
Just to answer this question, Trinity. Yes, Penelope von Squigglebottom, Princess of Noodleham, was behind me. She's now over there. I actually just switched some stuff around in here just to get a little bit more room in here for that kind of stuff. But she's good. She's right over there. She's totally cool. She's chilling. She recently ate. She's getting ready to have her monthly poo, in case you were wondering.
Oh,
yeah. Monthly.
I was wondering because she was gone. I was like, did the snake die? What? Where'd she go?
No. She'll be with me for hopefully at least another 25 years. Like snakes are long lived. No, she's good. She's happy. She's in her digs over there, and I have more room behind me because I have a green screen, and I'm not afraid to use it. People, I actually do need to do that. Yeah, no, it's a threat. Yes. So drinking.
So
Tim's got it right. Drinking after. Why wait?
Yeah,
that's right.
Because over there,
a shot every time somebody disconnects from the stream, and it's going to be great. We would all be just absolutely trashed by now if we tried that. Drunk in the green rooms. No, I appreciate people stopping by and all that kind of stuff, and thank you. Always need to know about feeding, poo, and sheddings. I'll remember that. I'll post my updates to Twitter as well. Yeah, it is that time of the month for her.
My cat's that famous.
Right. Yeah, the bowel movement today. So thank you, folks, and thank you, Mike and Jonna, for hopping on here. I know Nick wanted to be here. He was on last night. We had all the fun shenanigans. What a great guy and great guest. I had an absolute blast with him. And we talked for quite a bit afterwards in the green room and just just kind of BSing back and forth. He's a ton of fun, man. And I can't wait to see what he gets cooking, just throughout his, from here forward, because what a cool guy. And I'm only saying that because he's on Team Submarine. So I'm just saying.
He's an officer.
Fine.
He was an officer.
Guys are all
therefore wrong.
Oh, I see how it is.
Listen.
Greetings, Jonathan.
Dirigible. I stand by it.
I have had more arguments about this fucking question on my stream. Just
hey, if I build the dirigible, it's gonna be solid. It'll be fine.
I'm like, for crying out loud, we're gonna have to just put this question away. I'm gonna have to get the shirts off of my merch store.
Jonathan Cohn just popped in. Yeah, he's like spying, getting the super secret knowledge here. So
greetings, sir. No, that's good. Jonathan, you and I have to do a co-stream at some point.
Yes.
I had a blast hanging out with him at LibertyCon on panels and stuff like that. And so
he was exhausted. I mean, Jonathan was like every 5 minutes he was offering his thing. It was kind of cute. So.
He's a champ. He's a champion. Yeah,
he's a champion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to give it a couple minutes for some folks to just kind of filter in. But we got some news to drop tonight and some super fun stuff and some things to detail and all of that. And the way I've been kind of talking about this with others and stuff like that is to approach it as an opportunity, and an opportunity for authors to flex their authory muscles. And so just a quick note about, about you guys and Raconteur, just from my perspective. One of the things that I really appreciate about Rack is that you guys focus on the authors and you focus on author development. And that's really, really important to me because, and we've all had this conversation with each other. I know I've had it on one-on-one with both of you, for sure. And that, authors easily lose their way. And it's easy to make dumb decisions out there because you just don't know any better. And so, to see a press, an indie press that's, really working hard on their schedule, doing things the right way, making sure you're organized in spite of how the stream started, and all of those things. That's very important. And for me, and what I like to do in terms of just providing whatever support I can, for authors and everybody, is I'm hearing some echo. It's whoever's got your volume up, turn it down. I don't know who's the culprit. I'm blaming Bubbles.
Probably.
So, yeah, someone's got an echo on their mic. That's what I saw. So, one of the things that I'm always trying to do is, share my perspective in terms of the creative process and about being unafraid. Unafraid to be the storyteller that you need to be. Unafraid to market the way you think is best to market yourself and all those different things, and really do what I can to just kind of help my fellow authors, with whatever it is that I've had experience with that I can help them out with. And so it's a nice natural fit to to get involved and talk to people like you guys, who make a point to do it the right way. So I don't know if you have something. Oh, greetings, Grimfell's here, Logan's here, Jesse. It's wait, you stop making dumb decisions as an author? No.
Yeah.
We just try to make less. So there's that. But I don't know if you guys wanted to just hit on anything before we break some news.
I'd like to beat my router. So
you can. Yep.
No, so one of the things we'd like to hit on is, stumble across somebody on X in the middle of an X fight and discover a kindred soul of silly. And so Mike was like trolling on X and stumbled across this guy, David Badurina, and we're like, who is this guy? Who is? We need to know who this guy is, because we were having. I mean, you guys were like bouncing off each other like ping pong balls. It was great. So then we got to go to LibertyCon and meet David and all of his crew, the whole gang. I mean, seriously, what a great bunch of guys. And, Mallory, whew, man. So, and we were like, we have to figure out some way we can spend more time around him. And since we all work like dogs, I mean, we're all killing it, nonstop. The best way to do that was to figure out how to work together.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and
of course we were butting all these people, So.
Well, we kind of share this common theme where we just want to do cool nerd stuff.
Right.
And something I've noticed walking around the Liberty cons and a couple other cons, not everywhere, but there are some people that act like, I'm varsity and you're JV. Why are you even talking to me? And I'm a noob too, right? So, the idea that we're helping each other out and hey, this is what I learned. What did you learn?
Right.
We can all get there. We can all have a amount of success in this creative endeavor that we're all getting into.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat, my first LibertyCon, actually, it may have been my second LibertyCon. I was at the Coffee Klatch and I was sitting there and I was sitting next to Jason Cordova at the table. And you guys know me well enough. I'm kind of blissfully unaware of certain things. Right. So I turn to him and I'm basically like, who the hell are you? What do you do? Do you write? I don't know, who but that's kind of how I sort of approach, just about anything. I really don't okay, you're I could be sitting next to J.K. Rowling and I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard it, I heard about your book. But that's just the type of person I am. because like I end up just being so wrapped up in my own worlds anyway that just like everything else, I'm like, you're cool, okay, like great, you know. So this is the type of thing, the type of person I am. So I just want to roll into what we're going to announce now, but I would like to tell just my version of the story first, and see if it kind of meshes with what happened, because I really don't even know. Like I'm honestly not even sure what's happening right now. Like so,
Well,
we're just gonna get.
What's happening is we're collaborating in a post-apocalyptic rap album.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You may now call me Chuck
I'm
Z.
costuming. I'm testing these guys.
My name is
Yeah.
Chuck Z, and I'm a zombie
I'm making.
hunter, hunting zombies in the ghetto.
That's right. Our first track is called Booty Harlot, and it's it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Banger. Just saying.
It's a kid's book.
Right. Yeah. See, Mike LaVoice, he's like, I did the same thing with John Ringo. Like, who the hell are you? Yeah, so that's pretty funny.
I think David Drake, you know. So I mean, like, what?
Right. So what happened was this past LibertyCon, I'm sitting here and I'm in the hall and I'm chatting with Mike, and he's like, hey, you should edit for us. You know, you should do an editing gig. And my initial answer was my answer was basically like, fuck off. It's really, that was the initial reaction.
Not even in a nice way.
No, not even in a nice way, right? Because that's just how I am. But after he explained, no, you don't literally need to line edit anything. Then I was like, okay, I'll listen to you, you know, and see what you're thinking. And he's like, all right, so the idea is like maybe guest edit an anthology, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like that just sounds like work, you know, like I'm not sure. And so he eventually like, he's like, smell this chloroform, right? And I was like, oh, it's like kind of sweet and toxic, you know. And then I woke up and I agreed to do an anthology with Raconteur Press. That's not really the news, okay? Because there's more to this story. So he's like, all right, talk to Ian, you know, talk to Law Dog and all that stuff. And so I was like, all right, fine. So at the coffee clutch, the big meeting with everybody, all the tables and all the insanity going on, and I go up to Ian and I'm like, hey, we got to chat. I'm like, your henchman talked me into it. All right, I'll edit an anthology for you. And Ian's reaction to me, we were along the far wall by the coffee thing. He just did this. That was it. Right. And I was like, oh shit. Like, what did I just get into? Okay. Cause like if he's celebrating, you know, something's going on. So he's like, all right, here's how it basically goes. Like, you're just going to be in charge of, you know, an anthology and just come up with an idea for it and pitch it to us. And, you know, if everything's cool, then we'll run with it. And we're going to have you do the guest edit on the anthology. Now, LibertyCon for me is a 16-hour drive. So I'm on my way home. It's really just like, it's just miles of Virginia, really. Like that's like it just seems like it takes 4 days to get through Virginia. 4 days of dodging ripped tires on the road and trucks everywhere on 2 lanes, and everyone's going 100 miles an hour.
Through a construction zone.
Through construction zones, yeah. It's not a fun drive. So anyway, I'm zoning out, right? And trying not to fall asleep. And I'm trying to think of like anthology ideas. And there's one that immediately popped into my head, which we'll detail. It's the last one we're going to detail, and I'll get to the reason why I'm saying the last one. But I basically had 4 ideas for anthologies, and I'm like, you know, like I think these would all be really cool, and these would all be things that I would be really enthusiastic to take up as a project. So I got home, I wrote up a document, I made up some mock like covers because I get very inspired by imagery for them. So like some ideas, and I go ahead and put it in a document and I send it off, and I'm like, let's see if they like one of these. Jonna sends me a message. What's your phone number? I'm like, okay, here's my phone number. 5 minutes later, Ian's on the phone. And he said, well,
we're like that.
We want to do all 4. So I'm like, oh, okay.
This
sounds
is an artist rendition of David Badurina.
I'm like, that sounds easy, all at the same time, or like one at a time. Like, this doesn't sound that hard, or like, like it's going to be that time consuming. So that for me is like my perspective on it, which is essentially the news, which is that Raconteur Press and I have decided to work together on 4 anthologies, pretty much across the next calendar year, essentially starting very, very soon. And so, unless my perspective,
one per
unless
quarter.
one per quarter. So unless my perspective of this is totally off, like I think I pretty much, that's pretty much what happened, at least from my point of view. And what we would like to do tonight is show you each one of these, tell you what kind of stories we're going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for what your homework is, and pretty much laying down the law and hoping that this gets spread far and wide, because I would very much like to see a lot of writers and authors getting submissions in and getting yourself in a chance at getting into the anthology. Obviously there's no guarantees on anything. And if you know me at all, you know that I've got a critical eye, and I'm going to be, I have to have that. I don't, obviously I don't care if you're Jason Cordova. Doesn't matter who you are. I'm just going to be looking for the absolute best stories, because I love every single one of these ideas. One of them I loved more than the others, but I love them all, and I just really want to do right by it all, because I think we've got some. I think we've got some great stuff that we can actually do and get out into the world, and I'm just really, really excited. So I'll leave it to you guys to pick up from there if I missed anything.
Oh, okay. Well, there was the Ian scurried off to the craft room during Coffee Clutch to get me, because we had to go get a contract signed by Jody Lynn and I. And he was like, we got him this one. I said, he won't send us just one. He'll send us more than one. He's like, even better.
No.
So we were busily plotting, and it was like, and it showed up. And I was like, I hope him out. Everybody went, look.
Sneaky bastards got me.
Right? And the bird disappears down Mike's shirt. That was really fascinating. Anyway.
It's not the first time a bird's done that.
He's trying close-up magic. It's his new thing.
Right. So then we had Thunderdome, and we were like, so we knew we were only going to do 12 for the year. And then we're like looking at these 4 going, we still have to do these. We still have to make these possible.
Yeah.
We have to. There's just no way we can avoid these topics. So we decided that we could David Badurina and Raconteur Press presents these extra ones over the top of our regular schedule. So yeah, we just decided that we have to play together, and we just have to. I mean, it just has to happen together, because paperwork and all that.
Absolutely.
Which is and I get to stand over David, so which is kind of fun. So anyway, so we did your dome, and then I was like, "So, David, we really are going to do all 4," because I think it was August. I called you, and said, "So I got you all scheduled," and you were like, "What?"
Doesn't sound hard.
What could possibly go wrong? No.
She's like, in January you're going to be doing this, in February you're going to be doing this, in March you're going to be doing this, in April you're going to be doing this.
Well,
that's what he did. Yeah.
One of the things we've discovered is like sticking to a schedule, like, and saying, here's a hard deadline, we cannot miss it, actually works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So,
right. Yeah.
What?
So
having a production schedule?
Yeah.
So do you guys want to break down the stories and show everybody what's going on and what we're going to be looking for?
Okay.
Shall we begin?
First one is.
Let me share it up here. Give me a second, and
I can read it if you want.
I'll check the dates. So
our first one is going to be Insert Coin, Survive the Arcade, Beat the Boss, and Escape. Do you want me to break this down? Just like kind of.
What you want me to read this? Or it's your thing.
It's your
you go, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you just the basic synopsis here. Harkening back to retro arcades, digital adventures, pockets full of quarters, sweaty Saturday nights with groups of friends, young protagonists getting dropped off at the arcade by their parents, left to their own devices. magical and mystical arcades getting sucked into the video game. So we're thinking Tron as a direct kind of inspiration. Obviously, Pixels, relatively decent kind of comparison, just weaving in the video games to real life and mixing that up. Think pattern carpets, digital sounds, neon lights, arcade cabinets, 80s music, pinball, that kind of thing.
That was, I mean, that
There was a
was
lot of arcade music.
There's a, you know what? I'm gonna have to drop an arcade music album next.
Yeah.
There you go. So like the last quarter trope, you know, this is like the last shot to like just save it, you know, that kind of thing. Digital villains coming to life. So we can kind of think like a, you know, just whatever you can think of. The game can be anything. But we just want to kind of hit on that. Mild horror is okay, but I'll tell you right now, David, because that's a good question, right? We definitely want stakes, because that's obviously critical. But you need to know a little bit just about me and my writing style, because I lean into humor, and I need to see heart, and I need to see this charming. So I'm going to give you just a little breakdown here in terms of my expectations for this one. And so one more thing on the tropes: the digital villains come to life, young video game whizzes getting sucked into the level they've never defeated. That's like kind of what I'm looking for, right? In terms of the stakes. So as the editor, I'm looking for stories that have high adventure, show real stakes. Mild horror is fine. We're okay with that. Friends surviving, real injuries, like that kind of thing is okay. You know, like just got an arrow in the knee or whatever. You know, clever moments where the boss is conquered, wit and ingenuity. The games can be anything. So if you want to do space, if you want to do sword and sorcery, totally cool. You want to do racing, awesome. Spies, you know, Cloak and Dagger was always one of my absolute favorites.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, like, because so I live a half hour from the largest retro arcade in the United States. And it is literally a quarter play on every machine, and they've just got rows and rows. And when you walk in there, it's the carpets, it's the pattern carpets, the lights are low. You're always going to hear 80s music, so it's going to be like White Snake and stuff like that. And they have Cloak and Dagger there. They've got you know, Space Ace, you know, Dragon's Lair. Oh my gosh, like this place is brilliant, and so it's definitely like sort of an inspiration. So the games can be anything, traversing jungles, that kind of stuff. But I want to see authors being inventive, wild games, great adventures. And listen, if you know anything about how I write and the stories I write, it's that I love comedy in it. When stories start, when I put a story down, I am pedal to the metal in terms of getting straight to it. Yeah. So if I'm bored in the first 2 paragraphs, it's out. That's just I'm just laying down the gauntlet. Like, it's 2 paragraphs and I'm done. So you got to hit it running, because these are short stories. And the one thing that I always get feedback on in terms of my own writing is that I write with a lot of heart, and that is definitely something that I would like to see. So I want these characters to be human. I want the relationships, and you got a lot to pack in to a short story. And so challenge thrown, friends, for insert coin. I don't know, anything to add on this one, you guys?
Did you mention heart?
No.
No, David, you're absolutely right. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I'm absolutely ruthless when I edit. Like, if you don't have me in the first 500, 1,000 words, that story is out. Yeah. So get in the action early, get to it. You know, not a lot of exposition. Let's see what's going on in that world and what's happening. You know, start the story. Yeah.
Entertain me with an awesome protagonist right off the bat.
Yes.
Like, that's really what it comes down to.
Yes. Yeah. Your character is doing something. Tell us what we're getting into right away.
Yeah. We're also, I would say something too, is that this is very much something we want to add into our boys. You know, it's appeal to younger guys with this one. You know, but you know, ultimately the story's decisions are day level. It kind of fits, you know.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, and so, that's these are the things that are near and dear to me. you know, and if anybody out there is just, you know, honestly, one of the best things, if you're wondering like what it's going to take to get through to me, go to my Substack and read the posts I have on creativity. Read the posts I have on just your attitude as a creative, and being bold through it. And I recently put up one just in terms of storytelling and how I go about, you know, the lens with which I see stories and storytelling. You hit that kind of thing, man. We're gonna have an epic anthology out of this one. So I'm really, really excited for this one for sure. It wasn't first on my list. It wasn't the one that like I was really. We'll get to that one, but this one was definitely up there. It was a second idea that I had.
Okay, so shall we talk dates? Let me get dates on this.
Yeah, throw in for this one. When's their deadline and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so this one's coming up quick. It opens October 3rd. And it closes November 14th. We have a 6-week window for.
Okay.
Contracts will go out. It'll publish on January 2nd of 2026. So
there you go.
Don't worry about writing all this down because we're going to put this up on our Substack on Monday.
Yeah, we'll update our open call submission to reflect these as well over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're running off to a convention this weekend. We're going to go play and drink. So
follow the submission guidelines.
Yeah, it's soon. It's like coming up, guys. So be ready. So.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So start thinking about it. You know, and just you know, remember all this kind of stuff. This stream is going to be up. If you need to rewatch just to hear like what we're talking about here, and just in terms of what's being looked for, the dates, the stream's up on MIRTH. It's going to stay there. I have it up on my other channel as well. It's up on X. So we're on all the things. So yeah, these all be posted online. Let me move that over. Yes, all posted online, and you'll be able to find them on, I'm guessing, just on your Substack, on the Rec Press Substack?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put it in. You'll see on the navigation bar. You have to get to the actual site, and the navigation bar to say Open Calls 2026. We're just going to add the David Badurina, you know, quintuple antho.
Wait a second. Hey, hang on. Quintuple.
4.
Sorry, quadruple.
Is there something you're not telling me?
I'm having a little fantasy, you know.
The album doesn't count as an anthology. How many times do I have to tell you? All right. All right. So we'll close that one out, and we'll get into number 2.
Number two.
All right. Give me just a second here, folks. Let me bring it up. And we're gonna share. Drum roll. Anyone? Drum roll. Close enough. Yep. Theremin is fine. Theremin roll is good. Crashed landings. Yeah. Visitors from beyond the stars. Right.
Yes.
And so, yeah, this one. Let me tell you about this one a little bit. Are co-written stories acceptable? You know, I don't know what sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a good story.
The only thing is, if a story submitted by 2 writers, they're going to split the percentage.
They're going to have to fight it out.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, like
Atlas fight.
That's right.
Whoever wins.
Exactly. It's the only reason I like that movie. All right, so let's talk some crash landings, people. So mysterious deep space visitors, small town adventures. So for comps, basically for this one, so the vibe on this one is like The Blob, like Goonies, yes. Lovecraft, Zathura, Stranger Things, stories that have wild adventure, unexpected twists and stakes, a young group of protagonists finding incredible adventures because something lands in the woods behind the houses. So they're on their walkie-talkies and they're heading out there and exploring and all that kind of great stuff. Or one of my favorite movies as a kid, like Explorers, you know, that kind of vibe that we're going for. So Crash Landings is an homage to that mysterious meteor strike in the small town woods. Our teenage adventurers seeing the flash of light in the sky, immediately getting on their walkie-talkies to check if their friends have seen it, deciding to escape out of bedroom windows, that sort of thing. Maybe a meteor, maybe more. Adventure and discovery are the main theme here. Mysterious and dangerous. Was it a spaceship? Are there aliens? a marooned hero from a faraway land. What is Mike doing right now?
I don't know what Mike's doing.
It sounds like the bird is eating.
Can you hear me?
I
And I'm back.
I hear you. What are you doing?
No, I'm on my phone, so it ran out of juice. I had to plug it in.
Oh, there you go. All right, oh, that's fine. I know, like Mike caught an earthquake, I guess. Burke down. It was the Batmouth fight. The Batmouth fight. Really, this is pure chaos. Yeah. So you get the vibe for this one. So my expectations here. I want to see distinct character-driven stories. Great dialogue, protagonists with well-established voices, clashing personalities is very important for this one. Whether an alien spaceship with little green man trying to get back home, hero from the future who needs help, experimental alien parasites taking over small towns by making the colorful cast of townspeople act weird. This has no connection to my private project, Butt Slugs from Outer Space. It is not the same thing. Just
We
throwing
really
it out
wish
there.
you could keep that private too, David and I.
It's on the back burner, okay, for right now. No, this is something I really want to up the adventure on this one. So anything to add from your sync?
Well, what we discovered when we reference movies and shows a lot, the writers end up writing stories that resemble, like, Creep Show and whatnot. And the problem is it doesn't cut right to the action, right? Like, we have all the exposition because we're explaining in the small town of Cherryville, but no, get to the blob, get to the meteors landing, get to the aliens. Stop telling me about why the world is the way it is right now. Like, right. So.
I'm not interested in that at all. I want to get, again, I am a pedal to the floor writer. I start with action. I start right off the bat. Like, we're getting straight into it. And again, these are short stories. Like, you don't have time to tell me about the world. You're going to need to tell that through just those little details, little actions, and little dialogue as it goes. And so for this one, there's a tight leash on the stories for this one. And so, for all of them, obviously I'm going to be very discerning. But for this one in particular, like, we really need to hit that pedal to the floor right off the bat, because we don't have time to explain all those other things. And nobody wants to read a short story where half of it is just describing, the woods behind it. Like, we're not interested. We know what woods are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't spend 2,500 words on a 5,000-word story. So,
what's that?
Telling us about this. Don't spend 2,500 words telling us about the town in a 5,000-word story. Get busy.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Okay. Mike is.
Yeah, Mike, you might want to move away from the phone or turn your volume down a little bit because I'm hearing the echo on you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, dude.
At first, I was wondering if it was one of those Austin Powers things where he was just like in the bathroom,
What he's doing, but it sounds like he's having a fight.
And then like a flush.
Your
snake inspired me. Or whatever.
Yes, your snake inspired me. Sorry, I too have taken a month-long dookie.
Best stream ever.
Anyway, I came on this one, guys. Well, Mike is being ridiculous. This one opens January 30th of 26. Oh my God,
John, I think your microphone as well. It's really hard to hear you. So I don't know if we're coming out on speakers on you, but there's a lot of echo.
And it's getting worse. Okay, so opens 1/30/26. Closes 3/13/26. And publishes.
Already taken over. John, I couldn't hear the dates, so I'm gonna post them up, right? You said 1:30 it opens?
Opens 1:30.
And then when's it close?
closes 3/13/26.
Okay. Just posting that into the chat. That way we know, Trinity. This is absolute chaos. Yep.
And publishes 5-1.
Publish on
And no
who?
one cares. No one cares when it publishes. Next
doesn't
year.
matter.
It'll publish next year, guys.
We'll publish next year. We're good. All right. Anything else on this one? Anything to add?
I don't think so.
We're down to hand signals because the audio is so crappy. Oh my gosh.
Ending.
All right. So yes, this is like total chaos. All right, I'm gonna bring up the next one. Like hopefully I'm clear, not delayed and everything. So I'm just gonna take the reins on this here.
Go for it.
So let me share our next one. Anthology number 3 that yours truly will be looking for submissions for. We're going with Pet Monsters, but it's so cute. The Mom Can I Keep It anthology. So to give you a breakdown on Pet Monsters, sure, it's cute, but what the hell is it? So Pet Monsters playing on the classic Mom Can I Keep It question. Strange creatures, an under the bed monster, critters hiding in the garage, secret basement friends. Jonna or Mike, turn your volume down. I'm hearing too much echo on myself even. So just volume it down some.
How's that?
That's no, I can still hear myself. I don't know who
Not
it is.
me.
No? All right. I'll keep going. All right. So playing on the creature under the bed, critters hiding in the garage, secret basement friends end up discovered by our wide-eyed protagonist, but that new pet may not be housebroken. So the themes for this one, we're looking for unbreakable bonds and unconventional friendships between humans and the unknown. So stories about overcoming some differences, standing up for yourself, finding some purpose, lessons learned for both protagonists and their new friends. Pay close attention for both protagonists and their new friends. So some comps for this. If you want to get some inspiration, watch movies like Iron Giant or like E.T. or Short Circuit, Big Hero 6. So I'm looking for these heartwarming stories that drill down into basic human emotions, highlighting true friendship in the face of adversity and misunderstanding. Aliens, robots, monsters are all on the table. So whatever kind of creepy thing you got, we're good, as long as it's not butt slugs. So expectations on this one. I am looking for heartwarming coming of age tales. So emotional goodbyes, the I'll always remember you kind of moment. Those are the stories that are going to get the nod for this one. We should have that sort of hide the monster tension, right? So like it's somewhere in the house, but like mom got home early. Oh my gosh, get out of the pantry, stop eating all the hot dogs, that kind of stuff, right? Parents sniffing around the basement while the young protagonist is trying very hard to distract them from the beast behind the boiler, or the police knocking on the door, wondering if anyone in the neighborhood has seen anything strange. Just some ideas for you while your best friend monster buddy is in the kitchen eating the dish soap and filling the house with fart bubbles. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on this one. Again, really ramping up that sort of, I guess, misfit friendship for these. Those are the stories that are going to win the day for this anthology and the ones that I'm going to be most focused on. We're going to go and let me see. Yep.
I think rewatching The Thing would be a great primer for this one, guys. It's a great idea. You know, humans making friends with monsters, coming together.
You just had to work that in somehow, didn't you? I posted in the chat, opening on April 3rd, closing on 5/15. Mothman, you know what? Cryptids will be on the table if they're friendly, I guess. Like, that's fine. You know, so like try to skip the gore or the monster just like eating all the neighbors. Though we might throw one or two of those in. I mean, that might be fun too. Lilo and Stitch, another good example of like just like some creature that just like causes all the chaos, but like there's a bond. So you guys get the idea for this one, the general vibe for this. Anything to add on this one, Mike or Jonna?
I don't think so. I think you hit it.
Yeah, pretty clear. All right. Well, so we're gonna move on then to the last one. And so for this one, before I announce what this one is, Is this one more of this one's more of the adult oriented?
I think so.
I think that's safe to say. The other ones will have the younger protagonists and all, but we can certainly have some dangerous stakes and everything. For this one, all right. So I'm going to tell you, folks, this was the first idea that I actually had for the anthology, and if any of them were going to get picked up, this is the one that I wanted picked up the most. And I'm thrilled to do all of them, obviously, but this one's going to be my baby. So welcome to the Hold My Beer Heroes, the Unearned Confidence Chronicles, Volume 1, maybe. Stand back, ma'am. It's time for Plan C. So let me get into this one for you. Smug heroes that learn a lesson yet still win the day. Hold My Beer Heroes is playing on the superiority theory concept of comedy. The author and reader are in on the joke of the overconfident everyman thrust into a situation they have no business surviving, but somehow manage to end up winning the day. The ever-predictable train wreck unfolds in real time. So themes on this one: goofy heroes with an abundance of unearned confidence, egotistical self-absorption, ending up in a wild situation when Plan A fails and Plan B fails spectacularly. The moment arrives, mayhem abounds, and the bonkers ending awaits. Leroy Jenkins. Yes, Chuck, yes. So some comps for you on this one. So some things that I would say watch to get some inspiration. Ace Ventura, big time. Indiana Jones, even. Austin Powers, Zoolander, another one. Stories with protagonists that are in over their heads, ready to improvise. Yes, everything's going to go wrong, but confident heroes know that the ends justify the means always. My expectations on this one: this is a setting ripe for the most colorful, goofy protagonists carrying the story, geared toward the slightly older audience, obviously. Each tale should have that smug hero in way over his head. Absurdity, wild twists and turns, piles of unintended consequences. Protagonists should find themselves knocked down a peg in a moment of failure or insecurity, and embrace the fresh self-awareness to save the day in their own smug style. If you know anything about my writing, you know that this is squarely in my wheelhouse for just about every protagonist I've ever written. So this one's going to be near and dear to me, and you're going to have to bring it. I'm just going to say it that way. Don't make me go through submissions and pick 2 stories, man. You're going to have to bring it on this one. So I want to see all that stuff wrapped in, and this should be an absolute blast to read through as an anthology. So hoping to curate some really epic stories out of this one, and characters that, I'll be perfectly honest, will likely have staying power for future stories if you get them down just right. So these are the kind of stories where I really feel like you'll see spin-offs from authors continuing that character, moving on and on and on in all of their adventures. So a blast on this one. I don't know. Anything else to add here?
I'm surprised you didn't add Big Trouble in Little China.
That's a good one too. Sure. Yeah. There's so many. It's a trope for a reason.
Yeah,
because it's just so satisfying.
Well, Get Smart. Get Smart
Get
is
Smart.
one for those old folks.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Pootie Tang. Wouldn't have been my first choice. But yeah, I guess you could.
I suppose Archer.
Yeah, I mean,
that's really mature, but yeah.
You're talking about a smug hero winning the day with everything going wrong. Archer's not far off.
Yeah,
that is the kind of. What's that?
Pink Panther. Pink
Panther's another good one.
Oh yeah.
And folks, let me tell you, from my wheelhouse and what I write, I lean into it. I'm an absurdist and I'm a humor author, and so these have to be funny. We need to really lean into the comedy, into the absurdity. The more you bring it on that, the happier I'm going to be, and we're just going to have an amazing anthology out of it. So I'm really, really excited to see stories on this one. Once again, 2 paragraphs is all you got to hook me. That's it, man. So we're going to have a very discerning eye on all of these to make sure that we're just getting the absolute best stories out of it. Anything else? Oh, there's some dates. We need dates.
Yes, open date is 7/3. Oh, you've got it.
Okay.
I'll let you. You post it because I'm echoing.
Open 7/3 to close 8/14, and this one publishes 10/2, right? So listen, my fellow authors out there, you guys got a lot of writing to do, because I want to see stories from you guys, and I really want you to share these things around. I'm going to be posting these on X like all the time, because I'm going to want to see the submissions, and I want to see new authors getting into this thing. You know, I want to see everybody taking a shot at some of these stories because they're going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time with this, and you're going to be able to work with a really awesome press on this as well. And yeah, I'm terribly excited about all this kind of stuff. That chloroform smelled really good.
Mike, you want to discuss homework posts and then?
Yeah, so these will be up on your Substack, and all of that. Like I said, we'll be sharing them around and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, Trinity, like, come on, pick one, pick two, pick three, submit to all four. It doesn't matter.
You've got all year.
You got all year. And you know, the thing is, like, I've done this before. Okay. So like I've crafted short stories. I worked really hard on them. I sent them to an editor, did all the things, submitted to places, and they don't go anywhere. And it happens. Not everybody, you know, apparently Bane Books didn't want to pick up my barbarian absurdity, which is fine for Bane. But I wrote a great story out of it. I threw it up on my Substack, super proud of it. You know, and that it doesn't get picked up is like, whatever, you know, but at least I'm stretching my muscles. I'm doing my storytelling and all those kinds of things. And so really want you to approach it to this because we're expecting a lot of submissions. Not all of them are going to get in as much as I may want to. And there's no favoritism here. It's the best story that wins. And so that's how we have to do it to make sure that we got the best anthology possible that's coming out. And hopefully I'll be seeing some words from all of you. You better. It's a threat. It's a direct threat.
You're not writing yet? You're not writing yet.
You're not writing yet? What's the matter with you? No. Think about the ideas, you know, think about the ideas that you have, and you guys know where to reach me. I'm not hard to get in touch with. And so if you have questions about this or anything like that, don't ask me to beta read. I'm not doing that. Follow the instructions, follow the submission guidelines, because one of the first things I know that's going to happen is somebody's going to submit a story and that story's not going to follow the guidelines. I'm not even going to see it. It's going to get kicked back to you instantly. So just follow the instructions. Everything's going to be clear and plain as day. And then you just go from there.
One other note.
What's that?
One other note. This one's kind of important. Just because David's accessible doesn't mean you get to pepper him with questions to give you the answer to get in.
Right.
Okay, guys? Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes we have people who are like, I'm just going to go talk to the editor and ask him like 50 questions so I can figure out how to write the story to pitch it just so he can get it. That's not how you write this story. If you need clarity on stuff like, did you mean Tron this one or did you mean that? You know, I mean, sure, but don't like try to workshop a story out of it.
No, honestly, all you need to do is rewatch this insane and chaotic stream, and just listen again to how I broke down all the stories, and plus all this information is going to be available anyway. So you know, and I'll be posting about it and all those things. So your job is to get your nose to the grindstone and put the story down. We want to see the submissions. And like I said, Rac Press, the reason that I wanted to work with you guys is because you focus on author first, and that author development is important. And you want to see good people writing good stories, getting their time and getting their place, you know, in a book and getting themselves moving forward in their career. And I want nothing more for my peers in you know, in the writing circles for the same thing.
Nice.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, I got to go work on a rap album, you guys. So
yeah, I've already got the first song written.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, song to the tune of Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, goodness gracious! Straight out of Thunderdome.
I think we're good.
Oh no! No, straight from the compound. Crazy zombie slayer named Chuck Z. Ghetto zombies ain't ever gonna bite me. When they stalk me, I got the carbine. Squeeze the trigger in, it looks like a crime scene. You
Well,
too, boy, if you've been infected, can take a chance. You'll be resurrected as a ghoul, a homicidal fiend. That's why I pack a fresh magazine. When I'm in your neighborhood, Zed don't linger. On patrol, Chuck Z, gunslinger.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. First of all,
Money.
that's so good.
I think
Oh
we're
my
done.
goodness
We're so
gracious!
done.
Wow, I'm gonna have to bring it with Booty Harlot.
Yeah.
Weird Al Burr.
You see what my days are like?
The second album will be Hold My Booty, Heroes.
Oh goodness gracious! All right, well, yeah, Target's going to be on your back during karaoke next LibertyCon. We're tuning in just for Mike to rap at us. Oh shoot! All right. Anybody in the chat? Do you guys have any questions, clarifications on anything that we showed you tonight, or any of that stuff? Are we pretty good? I mean, I hope you guys are excited as I am. Like I said, I'm just really looking forward to seeing some words and some epic stories, and just seeing you guys really think this through and write some awesome characters, awesome stuff. Get a little out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid. And like I said, if you're at all curious about how I approach creativity, stories, and creation, just go to my Substack, quillitwithfire.com. We'll get you there. I'm always posting about creativity and about storytelling and those sorts of things. So you get a general idea of the sorts of things that I really look for. The only other thing I'd tell you to do is pick up a book called How to Expose Yourself to Women and go ahead and read that. That'll give you a good idea too. For the kids' stories. Oh, that's good.
Someone's going to do that. Someone's going to do that to you.
Sonia's going to do that. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Do not make me contact the lawyer. Do not make me call them.
It's all right. This stream has had everything. We've had birds. We've had echo. We've got Mike. He fell into a sinkhole somewhere. We had rapping. There's butt slugs. We've got it all. And then Logan has to, you always have to one up everybody with this, don't you, sir? Yeah. that is not, Sleaze Crank Glitterhole is not making an appearance in any of these stories.
Logan, everything's a competition. Okay, understand that.
That's right. Take no prisoners. No, I mean, I think that's pretty much it, unless you have something to, as we wrap up here.
Oh, another rap?
I think
No. But we did get this suggestion,
No.
Mike. Do you see it?
I can't see it, no.
Okay, it says giant counting harlots.
We're not in that business.
All right. Trinity, I'm glad to hear that you're really excited. I am very excited as well. I can't wait to see some stories. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun on this, folks. So if there's nothing else, I think we can wrap up and we're good.
We're good.
Age appropriateness. Let me just real quick on that too. Jonna, for these, other than Hold My Beer Heroes, we're aiming for that YA type of crowd, right?
Well, the first and the third one, we're looking more for YA. So
Pet Monsters and Insert Coin, more of the YA vibe.
So here's the thing, guys. We're not in the dark. You don't need to swear excessively, because if you can't come up with a creative swear stretch, figure out something else. But we do get a lot of people who are asking if our books are appropriate for younger kids and for younger boys. Yes, I know fart jokes are completely appropriate, and personally, I find them really funny too. So, but just not to don't get to hurt children. They can break an arm or something when they're dealing with stuff, but no gore just for gore's sake. Use your skills. So.
Yeah, no, you killed Kenny, you bastards. None of that stuff. No.
You can be more creative than that. That's easy.
For sure.
That's taking the easy route.
You can push it a little for Hold My Beer Heroes, for sure. That kind of thing. But Farkle Sparkles. Yeah, so that's the general idea. Look, we just want to have fun stories, great stories that are great to read, you know, that are appropriate, and yeah, just bringing the kind of stuff back that's you know, that we've all really kind of missed in our fiction. You know, and I think that's a primary thing. It's one of the other reasons that I really enjoyed you know, just talking to Ian about these and working with you guys, is because we have that same idea and that same vibe, that we really just want to bring back the stories that, you know, let the boys read, let them have a great adventure, that kind of thing. I mean, obviously anybody, but you know, but those kinds of stories coming back that aren't preachy or anything like that. We're just having a great time and a great adventure. So that's the primary thing for us. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, people. And now it's out into the world, so you guys got to get started writing. Mike, anything to add to wrap this up?
No, get to typing, hookers.
To type in. All right, sounds good. Mike, Jonna, thank you. That's it. Like, we're good.
I think we've covered it.
Covered everything. Yeah. All right. Jonna's, you're like a mime. I can't. That's good. No, that's good too. All right. So thank you everybody for hanging out in the chat, for being here for the announcement. Like I said, look for posts soon, and when you do, please share them around. Like I said, I want this reaching out outside of the typical circles of everybody that we know, and let's try and get some stories submitted from some people, and just bring people into this kind of great stuff. So thank you, hasta later, and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here for this. And yeah, I'll be seeing you around the internet. Jonna, thank you. I don't know if you're.
Oh, is she in and out? I can't see her.
She waves. I'm waving to you, Mike. It looks like.
Oh, okay. I'm waving a bird at you there.
Okay, that's
giving you the bird.
I got the bird. All right, I'm gonna go not watch a particular '80s horror movie. And all right, drive-by hugs, you guys, and thanks for popping in. You're so sweet. No, appreciate it. Yep, share them around, and like I said, look for those posts soon. We're going to be spreading them everywhere. All right, thanks, folks. Have a great night.
Good night.